Hello, everyone, and welcome so much to this space today. We are going to begin today's practice with focusing on some breath work and some mudras. We're going to do a mudra at the beginning of the class and a mudra at the end of the class. So we are going to start with the Vitam mudra. And this mudra is for vitality. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and join me seated on your mat in crisscross, easy pose, whatever feels the best for you. As you can see, this is a vitality mudra. So the hands are going to be apart. We're going to be sitting in our crisscross. And we're going to hold the hands apart, palms facing each other, but they do not touch. And go ahead and place them right in front of our bellies. So go ahead and take a seat now. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring those hands in front of you if you haven't already. Palms facing each other, but they do not touch. Beautiful. And we're going to focus on the element of water, ever flowing and cleansing over the body. And from here, we are just going to allow the hands to expand and pull apart with an inhale. And then on your exhale, pull them in and bring them together. And go ahead and continue this motion with your breath. Remembering to relax the shoulders, roll them down and back, straightening up through the spine so you're standing nice and tall, tucking the chin just a little bit to get good posture. And continuing with your breath. Inhale, expand. Exhale, pull them closer together. Maybe in through the nose, out through the nose. Nice audible breathing. The mantra here is, I open up to the vital and subtle energy that is within. So think about this as we inhale, expand, and exhale, close. I open to the vital and subtle energy that is within. Beautiful. Really allowing ourselves to feel cleansed, free, and open through the element of water in this mudra here today. A lot of big changes are coming up in the sky. We have a solar eclipse. We have a new moon. All right, from here, go ahead and release the hands and place them on our knees. We're going to begin to move organically, creating circles with the body, following with the breath. We're focusing on the element of water here, so make these movements as free-flowing and as natural as possible. Maybe inhaling and scooping forward, and exhaling, shifting the other direction, coming up around. Just go ahead and continue to move with your breath here for a few moments, being as fluid and as natural as possible. Imagining you are a body of water, shifting and flowing, allowing your energy to be as free and expansive as possible. There is no right or wrong way to move the body. We're moving the body exactly as it feels natural to each and every one of us. Whatever feels best for you. That is my favorite part about the yoga practice, knowing that it isn't just the asanas, but in everything that I think and do throughout the day, and knowing that it is completely organic and natural and unique to each individual. Knowing that it isn't about being flexible, even though it is really nice to be flexible and to get into cute poses. All right, from here, go ahead on an inhale, straighten the spine nice and tall, hands towards the heavens. Bring them up in a prayer position. Maybe one thumb over the other. Take a slight back bend here, placing the hands down, shift forward onto the knees. Beautiful. From here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to shift forward into a child's pose. So if you know where we're going, knees spread apart, nice and wide, big toes touch behind us, hands stretch out in front of us, forehead kisses the earth below us. Beautiful. Just allowing the body to sink down and stretch nice and heavy here. In just a moment, we're going to go into some shoulder stretches. So we're going to do some threading. So for right now, just go ahead and allow the body to be nice and heavy. Focusing in on the breath, bringing the attention and awareness to all the parts of the body that kiss and touch the earth below you. Knowing there is nowhere else that you need to be right now, that this is for your best and highest, to take care of yourself, to be here in this moment, giving yourself the undivided self-love and attention that you desire. All right, we're going to go ahead and go into our shoulder stretches. So from here, go ahead and thread your right arm underneath the left and allow that right ear to touch the ground, and gaze goes over towards the left, sinking nice and heavy here. Really getting a nice deep shoulder stretch, allowing the body to be nice and heavy and relax. Just allowing ourselves to come back to center. Beautiful. Go ahead and thread the other side, threading the left arm over and under towards the right, letting that ear fall down, sinking nice and heavy here. Just allowing all of our troubles and worries to slip away as we sink down, releasing the tension from our shoulders. Calling in all that is right for us, all that is in alignment with our truest and best for our growth, to move us forward. I love a good shoulder stretch or a good twist, kind of wringing out the body. It's almost like wringing out anything that is no longer needed, pressing down, making room for expansion. All right, go ahead and come back to center. From here, we're going to go ahead and press up into a tabletop, and we're going to take some cat-cows here. So go ahead and follow along with your breath. inhale, gaze goes up into a cow position. And on your exhale, we curl into a cat. And we just continue with our breath here. Inhaling, gaze goes up, exhaling in. Beautiful. From here, on your next inhale, press into a down dog. Begin to rock. Begin to rock the hips from side to side. Beautiful. From here, we're going to raise our left leg and we're going to step it through our hands, coming up into a crescent lunge. Beautiful. From here, we're going to twist the hips open after we're in our crescent lunge. And we're going to come into a goddess pose, bringing our hands to heart center, squatting down nice and low. Maybe we rock from side to side. Whatever feels best for you. Beautiful. Go ahead and get some nice momentum here. Just really rocking onto the heels, onto the toes. Maybe we take a few bounces here. And then we're going to rotate all the way around to the right. The left foot is going to be in front now into a crescent lunge on the other side. Beautiful. From here, we're going to levitate that left foot forward to meet the right, pressing into our toes here. And we're going to begin to squat down low into a chair, bringing the arms behind us into a chair plane, palms facing the ground, really lifting up through the heels, squeezing the shoulders back behind us. Beautiful. And just hold here for a few seconds, raising those heels nice and high into our chair plane. Beautiful. Begin to release. From here, we're going to step that left leg back into a crescent lunge. Open up towards the front, goddess pose, squat down. Stay where you are, or maybe you begin to shift from side to side, playing with weight distribution here, whatever feels the best for you. Beautiful. Go ahead and shift around once more this time. Left leg is going to be in the front, right leg is back behind us into a crescent lunge on the other side. Step that right foot forward to meet the left. Come back into a chair plane, lifting the heels nice and high. Swing those arms back, squeezing those inner thighs together. Palms face the ground, squeezing those shoulder blades together, lifting those heels off the ground as high as possible. Nice and strong. Beautiful. And from here, go ahead and release the hands down, release the heels down. Arms go up towards the heaven, gaze goes up. Take a small back bend here, maybe on an inhale. On an exhale, chaturanga, nice and slow. Hands to the ground. Maybe you step or hop back. Inhale, cobra. And then meet me in a down dog whenever you're ready. Go ahead and pedal out the feet. And then slowly begin to step the feet to meet the hands. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to go ahead and step that left leg back, meeting in a crescent lunge. Beautiful. And from your crescent lunge, go ahead and twist open into a goddess pose once more. Twist, keep twisting. Go ahead and end up on a crescent lunge on the other side. Bring that back leg floated up to meet the front. Come into a chair plane, nice and strong. Beautiful. Lower the heels. This time, bring the right leg back, opening up towards the back of the mat this time, into a goddess pose. From here, go ahead and take a forward fold if it feels called to you in your practice. If you would like to shift the weight back and forth from side to side, whatever feels best for you in your practice. You can even go ahead and clasp the hands behind you and fold forward. Beautiful. From here, go ahead and keep twisting. End up on a crescent lunge facing the front of your mat. Float the feet forward, coming into a chair plane once more, lifting those heels. Nice and strong. Beautiful. Go ahead and release the heels from here. Fold forward. Halfway lift. On an inhale. Beautiful. Fold. Beautiful. On the next inhale, stand all the way up. Tadasana, hands to the sky, eyes to the sky. Chaturanga, hands to the floor. Step or hop back, high to low push-up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, meet me in down dog. Beautiful. From here, go ahead and pedal out the feet. And we're going to bring our feet to meet our hands once more. Maybe we begin to walk our feet slowly to our hands and start to bring our hands to meet our feet, whatever feels best and called to you in your practice. But once your hands meet the feet, slowly begin to lower onto your butt. Beautiful. And once you're on your bum, from here, I invite you to take a few different poses. You can take a plow pose, a shoulder stand, a dolphin pose, really whatever feels best for you in your practice. If plow, shoulder stand, or dolphin all sound terrible, maybe you take a bridge. Maybe you take happy baby. Really whatever feels best for you in this moment. I'm going to go ahead and take a plow pose because it feels what's best and called for me in my practice today. Some days I skip them. It really just depends. And just stay here for a couple of breaths. And then when you untwist yourself, we're going to be coming into a pigeon variation. So if you would like to take a pigeon after your posture here, pick whatever pigeon is called to you in your practice. So maybe you take a pigeon lying on your back. And if you do that, we bend one knee. So let's say we bend our left knee sole to the ground. Then we take our right leg, we bend that ankle. We put the ankle over that knee. We go ahead and we lay on our backs and we thread our hands, one between the legs, one on the outside of the left leg. And we just get that leg a little squeeze. And that's how we're going to do a pigeon laying on our back if you choose to do so. If you want to do a pigeon seated, go ahead and just follow me as I go there now. So I'm rocking up into a seated position in just a moment. This is the reclined pigeon. If this is what you'd like to do, beautiful. And if you'd like to do a seated pigeon, which is where I'm going now, go ahead and bring one of the legs up and bend. Beautiful. From here, we're going to go ahead and sit the booty down, extend that back leg nice behind us in a nice straight line. We want to make sure we're not putting too much weight on one hip or one knee. And you can stay seated, you can lay down, or you can reach back for that back leg and clasp it. Whatever feels best or called to you in your practice. But again, this is all unique, situational to each individual person. Please don't push yourself to do something that feels uncomfortable or painful. This is all for our own individual benefit and gain. So we always want to be listening to our body. Beautiful. And from here, go ahead and switch sides. Same applies. If you're in reclined, you can do a pigeon sitting up. You can reach back for that back leg, or you can actually fall over the bent leg. It's completely up to you. Whatever feels best and called to you in your practice today. And each day it is going to look different. Some days I find myself a lot more flexible than other days. Some days more sturdy. Balancing is way easier on some days than other days. All right, from here, we're going to actually shift into a frog pose. So if you know where we're going, you can meet me there. You can take a blanket or even fold the mat in half or take a pillow and put it underneath your knees if that's comfortable for you. We're going to go ahead and spread the knees out nice and wide. Feet are parallel behind us. It's almost like a child's pose, but instead of the big toes touching, they're actually nice and far apart here. And then we slowly begin to lower the body down towards the earth and we fold. Now, the more you sit back towards your heels, the more intense this pose is going to feel on your hips. However, if you shift forward towards the hands or wrists, it's going to be a little bit easier. We like to find somewhere right in the middle that makes it a little bit challenging or uncomfortable. We're going to take nice deep breaths through this discomfort, but we want to avoid pain. If something feels painful in your yoga practice, we definitely always recommend go ahead and skip it or modify it in some way. You definitely want to stay away from pain in a yoga practice when you're stretching. However, discomfort and knowing the difference between pain and discomfort is really important because the discomfort is going to help the body grow, help the mind grow, and challenge you. Whereas pain can lead to injury, right? So it's really just knowing ourselves. And you don't always want to just do exactly what any instructor, if you're ever in a class, says. Maybe you skip certain things, right? Because not everything is meant for everyone. Sitting nice and heavy on our frog. Maybe we allow the hands to come out in front of us. Maybe they're underneath our forehead. As we bring awareness to our energy and the flowingness of it, how at the beginning of practice we really stepped into and integrated thinking about the element of water, remembering how free-flowing we are. As we sit nice and heavy, relaxing into our frog. Taking nice, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Listening to all the sounds, the creaks and cracks, of everything that might be around us, and just bringing awareness and attention to it, to all the noises or the complete silence. And then bringing attention and awareness back to our breath. Nice and heavy. Just a few more breaths here in our frog. Slowly beginning to bring awareness back to the body, shifting forward, coming out of our frog. Nice release. Maybe you wiggle the bum, wiggle the hips, tap the toes. From wherever you are, go ahead and find yourself sitting in easy pose, crisscross. If you don't want to sit in easy pose, take any seated posture that feels comfortable to you. But from your frog, go ahead and meet me in a sitting position because we are going to be focusing on our next mudra today in our practice. And this mudra is going to be for activation. Beautiful. The mudra of activation, our Adhamukta mudra. Benefit of this mudra is the digestive system. It helps move the digestive system, activate it. It helps reduce toxins. Its element is fire. And as you see, we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring the thumbs touching together, fingers facing downwards, touching at the knuckle. Beautiful. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and meet me in a seated position. You can go ahead and come into this mudra now. Thumbs together. Thumbs touch together. Fingers all touch, facing downwards at the knuckles. Beautiful. And I like to go ahead and bring the hands in front of the belly. Again, relaxing the shoulders, strengthening and lengthening up through the spine, rolling the shoulders down and back. Nice deep breaths. And from here, while we're breathing, we're focusing on the mantra, I activate and awaken my inner treasures. I activate and awaken my inner treasures. On a nice deep inhale, exhale, I activate and awaken my inner treasures. Imagine a beautiful flaming fire coming up from our sacral energy, our grounding energy, pulling up through this mudra, reducing and cleansing the body of toxins. On each inhale, we bring in this fire energy to clear out the system. And on each exhale, we release it. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and release everything and lie down on your back into our Shavasana. And from here, just allow the body to be nice and heavy. We're going to begin to relax our toes, our ankles, our calves, our knees, our thighs, our hips, allowing the spine to sink down, relaxing the fingertips, our wrists, shoulders, jaw, forehead. And from this place, just sinking down nice and low, coming into our bodies with our breath, bringing the awareness of the breath, knowing we are alive and consciously creating our beautiful lives every moment of every day, knowing our energy is free-flowing like the water, like the element we focus on at the beginning of practice, and knowing our energy is fierce and creative and destructive of the old paradigms that need to be broken, but fire also builds on the new, arising from the ashes, like fire, like we focused on at the end of class today. Knowing that we are strong, that we are brave, that we are loved, that we are welcome here on the planet, and that we are here to share our extraordinary gifts. It is our duty to ourselves to be vibrant, to shine, and to share with others. It is our duty to ourselves to look down deep into the darkness, or what we view as darkness about ourselves, and give it a nice big hug. To look at those dark parts of us and say, I love you. And feel cleansed with the water and fire energy that dances together perfectly within us. A beautiful balance of opposites. Taking some nice deep breaths, just relaxing the body. You can stay here as long as you'd like. If you'd like to roll over onto your side into fetal position, I invite you to do so. This would signify the rebirth of who you are in this moment. Shifting and changing always. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. Until next time, namaste, everyone. Thank you.